Shalom, Shalem, and welcome to Empowerment of Faith, Kingdom Center for Ambassadors. My name is Elder Crystal Fulton, and I want to start off by saying, blessed Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah. It is a time for rededication, consecration to the Father. And today is day 6. And I just want to tell you a little bit about day 6. So, day 6 corresponds with the Hebrew letter word, also referred to as the African Medunator, Vav. And if you look here, you have the early African Medunator all the way up to the modern. And if you look closely, the Hebrew letter word or African Medunator, Vav, is very similar to a nail. And so Vav is comprised of Hebrew letter words, Vav, which means to join, to establish, or to have a strong connection to. So if you think of a nail, it establishes something, it joins things together, it creates a strong connection. So when I think about that, I think about in the beginning. Back in Bereshit, transliterated Genesis 1:26, when Elohim said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the heavens, over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." Now, this is our kingdom mandate, but back when he said this, he had created Adam, which is Adam, transliterated Adam, and Matzah Neged, which also known as Eve. He created them, and he created them in his likeness and in his image, and they had a strong connection with the Father. They were connected straight to heaven. They had a strong connection with the Father. And the Father told them not to eat of the tree of good and evil, which was the words of the old serpent. But instead of being obedient to the Father, they rebelled against the Father. They took on the will of the old serpent and rebelled against the Father. So then they were actually made in the likeness and the image of the old serpent, of Satan. So that connection was broken. And then Yeshua came. And what's so amazing is during the Feast of Dedication is when Yeshua was conceived. And Yeshua came, and he came to reestablish, to reconnect man back into our rightful state, back into our righteousness, and so that we can take dominion back in the earth. Yeshua had such a strong connection to the Father, where he said, "When you see me, you see the Father." And he constantly said, "Not my will, but your will be done." He was always submitting to the will of the Father. And he always maintained that connection with the Father. So now during the Feast of Dedication, during Hanukkah, it is a time for us to look inside ourselves and see where we are disconnected, where we have disconnected from the Father and are living out and following the agenda of the old serpent, Satan, and not the will of the Father. Now's a time to get reconnected, to get reestablished. So I just thank you right now for taking the time out to listen to this message. I'm so grateful for the Feast of Dedication and consecration. And I thank you once again for taking the time out to listen. And I speak shalom, shalom, blessed Hanukkah.